Issuing an Amber Alert is quite an involved process for police, and it could take several hours to accomplish. 15 Finds Out investigator Alyssa Ivinson spoke with police today and breaks it down for us in Studio 15.
Well, it was nearly 5 hours yesterday from when police started the Amber Alert process to when the Indiana State Police activated the actual Amber Alert. And many of you wondered why it seemed to take so long, and today we found out. Authorities walked me through a timeline. Take a look. Officers were called to the scene at 6:20 yesterday morning. At 7:40, they said to start the Amber Alert process. By 9:13, they were entering that information into national and state databases, all of missing kids and suspect information. 10:28, all of that to the Indiana State Police. That point, at 12:07, ISP authorized the Amber Alert to be, but did not activate it until 12:24.
An Amber Alert takes a lot of verification. There's a lot of preliminary information you have to get. Then you have to verify everything that you're going to put into the alert. So that slows down the process greatly. The state police will not approve one on hunches and thinking. It has to be somewhat verified.
So once we receive the request for the Amber Alert from another agency, we have to first we have to verify all the information that's in there that is correct, that it follows the protocol of the Amber Alert.
State and local police both said that while not ideal, sometimes it just takes time to get an Amber Alert issued. They couldn't speculate if a faster alert would have changed the outcome yesterday. Now, there was another Amber Alert today. You probably got an alert on your cell phone. Since 5 o'clock, state police changed the reason about why we all got the text alerts for the Amber Alert today and not yesterday. Police say that yesterday they actually just had a partial license plate number when they issued the Amber Alert. That's not enough to send the text alert like they did today. ISP says by the time they got a confirmed complete license plate yesterday, they were told the children were found, so a text alert wasn't necessary anymore. In Studio 15, Alyssa Ivinson, News Channel 15.
Allen County's Amber Alert last Monday was the first of 4 in just 7 days. That many, that quickly, is unheard of.
15 Finds Out investigator Alyssa Ivinson's been digging deeper into the Amber Alert process for the last week and spoke with state police several times as 2 Amber Alerts rolled out yesterday.
Well, Indiana hasn't had more than 1 Amber Alert in an entire year since 2010. And when we had our 4th Amber Alert in a week last night, I asked state police if they're over-issuing them now. They said not at all. I'm told each of these 4 alerts was carefully considered and stands on its own merits. But our investigation focuses on the process of getting an Amber Alert approved, and police disagree on whether or not it needs to change. Monday, September 26th, the unthinkable. 2 children kidnapped from their Allen County home. Police hurry to issue an Amber Alert, but that process takes 5 hours.
If the purpose behind an Amber Alert is to increase the number of eyes you have looking for someone or something, to make it forth in a sequence of steps makes it slow and cumbersome.
Last week, 15 Finds Out showed you the timeline. Police have to verify and confirm specific suspect and victim details and enter it all into 4 statewide and national databases before an Amber Alert will be sent out.
The public can't help us until we have a lot of stuff that they don't really care about. They want to help us. The people are more than willing to help us. We should be able to put out a preliminary or basic information on Amber Alert and get it pushed a lot quicker.
Interim Director of the Consolidated Communications Partnership of Fort Wayne and Allen County, Ron Rail, says alerts should be sent out with some information while police are still gathering more details and then send out more alerts as more information is available. But the Indiana State Police, which is the gatekeeper for issuing statewide Amber Alerts, says that is not the best practice.
How many alerts do we send out on the same one? Do we send out 2, 3, 6? And then when does that start to desensitize the public that receives them?
Captain Dave Burston with the state police says the perfect world goal is to get Amber Alerts out in 90 minutes. But sometimes it can take investigators a while to get all the required information, and specific details about the suspect and victims are required for a reason.
If all we have is generalized information, there is no value to the alert.
Burston also explained why the databases have to be completed before alerting the public.
If that information is not in those systems and the alert goes out and somebody says, I'm behind the vehicle, and law enforcement runs the vehicle and says, hey, there's nothing in any of the national systems on this. We don't know what you're talking about. Is this a crank phone call? Those pieces have to be in place. It's an integral for the operation of it to work.
Then when an alert is issued, then there's the decision to send a push notification to cell phones or not. 3 of the 4 Amber Alerts in the last week had push alerts. Allen County's did not. Tomorrow at 6, our investigation continues as we take a closer look at why. And we discovered that all these alerts happening so quickly have actually caused some changes in philosophy. For 15 Finds Out, I'm Alyssa Ivinson.
When Amber Alerts were issued in Indiana over the last week, you might remember your cell phone going crazy with a loud tone.
That is a push notification, but one is not automatically sent for every Amber Alert. Tonight, 15 Finds Out investigator Alyssa Ivinson continues her series on the Amber Alert system and whether it's working as well as it should.
Well, we've had 4 Amber Alerts within a week in Indiana. Allen County's alert did not have a push notification sent to cell phones. The other 3 Amber Alerts did. We kept asking questions, and 15 Finds Out discovered one of those pushes was sent because of a change in philosophy.
An Amber Alert, a child abducted in danger. Police need the public's help finding them and their captors. The alert goes out over the airways on TV and radio, and with newer technology, now it can be sent to cell phones with a push notification.
The people that are out there driving around are your primary people to see this event.
Indiana State Police are the gatekeepers of issuing statewide Amber Alerts on behalf of local departments. They then have the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children send out the cell phone push notifications. State police tell 15 Finds Out that a full 6-digit license plate number of the suspect vehicle is needed to qualify for a push alert. Allen County's Amber Alert had the suspect vehicle make and model and color, but only a partial license plate had been confirmed, so no push alert was sent.
And that to me just doesn't make logical sense. John Q. citizen driving down the road is not going to remember all 6 digits of a plate. They're going to remember the vehicle description and maybe some combination of numbers or letters that will draw their attention to that vehicle.
The full license plate number is required to cut down on erroneous tips.
Less specific information gets you less specific leads and can generate more leads that are of little value.
Yes, you can get some more bad tips, but, you know, I would rather have bad tips than no tips. With nothing, you get nothing. With no push, you get nothing. Not doing a full push on ours was wrong.
But then 3 more Amber Alerts happened. 2 of them did have full license plates confirmed and push notifications were sent. But the one from Hammond, Indiana, had 0 license plate information and still got a push alert.
And the reason for that is because we do reassess every time. The team that's involved with that spoke to the people at the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. They said, here's the information that we have. We would still like to do the push alert. The folks there said, here are the things you need to think about. We did think about those things. We would still like to do it. And they said, okay, we will do it. And so they did it.
Do you see how some people here are upset to see the push alert?
Oh, certainly. Each case looked at on its merits, and as you do something more frequently, you tend to get better at it. I would submit to you that we do not want to become perfect at issuing Amber Alerts, because that means we're doing them way too frequently.
State police tell me there's no guarantee push notifications will be sent out without license plate information in future Amber Alerts, but it is possible. The children with the Amber Alerts with push notifications were all found safe. While it's tempting to speculate, everyone does agree it's impossible to know if a push alert would have saved the lives of the kids killed from Allen County. For 15 Finds Out, I'm Alyssa Ivinson.
Good evening. When a child is abducted, every second matters to try to find them before it's too late.
But as we've shown you, it can sometimes take hours before an Amber Alert is sent out to the public. And now Allen County officials want to take matters into their own hands with a system that would send notifications before an Amber Alert is officially issued. In the last few weeks, 15 Finds Out investigator Alyssa Ivinson has been digging deeper into the Amber Alert system, and she continues her coverage tonight. Alyssa.
Well, Allen County's been looking into getting a localized alert system for months. It would be used for all kinds of alerts, like weather emergencies, road closings, or traffic hazards. But then the Amber Alert 2 weeks ago magnified the need for a new system.
We can't quantify that this would have helped at all. We'll never know because the information didn't go out.
When little Renee and Liliana were abducted from their Allen County home, the Sheriff's Department worked as fast as they could to get an Amber Alert out. Their non-custodial mother had taken them. But the process of getting the information required for an official statewide Amber Alert to be issued took nearly 5 hours. Allen County wants to cut that time down by installing a local alert system.
We could put out localized notices while we're working on getting the National Amber Alert system started.
People can sign up to get notifications on their cell phones, but the system could also ping all phones in a certain area, even ones just driving through.
We need this general information out at a quicker base. By the time then the person of interest, the suspect, let's say they migrate out of Allen County like they did in this case, by the time they get to that level, we should have the Amber Alert up and running so people outside of our jurisdiction is now receiving the information.
With a local system, localized push notifications could have started around 7:40 the morning of Allen County's Amber Alert.
Once the officers on the scene were convinced that there was some type of an abduction, once they were convinced we knew who the suspect was, we would have started putting out at least some alerts. Someone would have recognized her, went through a Burger King line or went in to pay for gas that she bought or something to that nature. You know, they could have seen her, known her, and recognized, oh, I just heard about her. Then we can add it to missing child alert, update, boom. You know, here's the other information, plus now we have a vehicle description of this, plus this partial plate. Then maybe a minute, 5 minutes, 30 minutes later, we get something new that we think would be beneficial to the public to help them. Boom, we can put that out.
When the state puts out an Amber Alert, they only want to send out one push notification. The thought is several alerts with updated information will make people desensitized to them and turn off their phone alerts. But Allen County disagrees.
People are so in tune to their phone and their social media that they are used to things being changed and updated. It's an informational society that's based on gathering and having more information at their fingertips, and they're willing to go back and look at it time and time again and be notified when they've changed something on the alert.
You may remember that Amber Pastor told News Channel 15 in an interview from jail that the Amber Alert is what made her decide to kill her children. The Allen County Sheriff's Department told me today that her statements will not stop them from issuing Amber Alerts or abducted children alerts in the future. Alerting the public quickly still increases the chances of finding the children unharmed. The county's new alert system could cost around $40,000. When it could be online is not being released yet, but the goal is as soon as possible. For 15 Finds Out, I'm Alyssa Ivinson.
Good evening. Allen County will soon be able to send out mass emergency notifications, including abducted children alerts.
15 Finds Out investigator Alyssa Ivinson reported last week that the county was looking into a new alert system. And today she learned more about when you could start getting those messages.
Well, a new alert system should be online within a month, and you could start to sign up for it in just a few weeks. The Consolidated Communications Partnership of Fort Wayne and Allen County's board approved it at its meeting this afternoon. The system will be run by SwiftReach and costs almost $35,000 a year. You can sign up to get alerts on your cell phone, but the system can also send notifications to all phones in a specified area, regardless of whether someone signed up or not. It would be used for all kinds of emergency alerts like weather, school lockdowns, traffic hazards, but it could also go out to help get the word out to the public about an abducted child more quickly than the Amber Alert process. That's why today, the paternal grandmother of the children abducted and killed in September came to the board meeting to thank them for the system and offered to help raise money to pay for it.
They want to help. They want to make sure it doesn't happen again. We don't want it to happen again. So anything we can do to alleviate those fears, we want to get it done quickly.
She wants to help people in this community to avert the tragedies that her grandchildren befell. Is just really, really tugs at your heart.
Now, there was already money in the budget to pay for the system, but any money the family raises can help pay for publicizing it. And we will keep you posted about how you can sign up for the system once it's up and running. In Studio 15, Alyssa Ivinson, News Channel 15.